What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So I didn't think I was gonna have to make this video literally over a week since the fight has happened. But this fight has been discussed on social media for so long that you would think that this was one of the worst robberies in boxing history. Uh, let me start off by saying I scored the fight 7-5 for Lomachenko. So I actually do think Lomachenko won. Now, did he get robbed? Absolutely not. I could see this fight, somebody having this fight a draw, and I could see this fight being 7-5 Haney. So literally, it was a lot. It was a couple swing rounds here or there that if you give to Haney or if you give to Lomachenko, you can have the other guy winning. So I don't understand why this is such a controversial topic. And the reason why this thing has been even more, exaggerated as robbery, because Nelly, the rapper, came out, made videos saying he never going to watch boxing, that this was a horrible robbery. Boosie tweeted out how this was a bad robbery and how boxing's corrupt. Jean-Claude Van Damme made a video. And I know you guys are saying, like, oh, these guys are like casual boxing fans. Why are we worrying about what they say and stuff like that? And that's a fair point. But the reason why I worry about what they say is because they have influence on the masses. And clearly, I feel like some of that influence happened amongst the general public. Another thing is, Max Kellerman had to fight 7-5 Lomachenko. Fair scorecard for me. But when you look into the details, he gave that last round to Devin Haney. To Lomachenko. There's no way you give that last round to Lomachenko. It is impossible. That was a clear Devin Haney round. So if he scores that round properly on his scorecard, it's a draw, right? So if he would have properly scored that last round, the influence again on the masses also would have been that, all right, this was a close fight. The unofficial scorecard was even, and then the decision just went to one guy. Now, you can think one guy won. That's fine. Like, again, I think Lomachenko won. I don't think I wouldn't disagree with you. If you're on this, click this and go, hey, wait a minute, I thought Lomachenko won. I actually agree. But I don't think it was an absolute travesty. I don't think it was a controversial decision. I don't think it's worth discussing for over a week. I really don't. I've never seen a champion get treated this unfair for him getting a decision on a close fight. You get what I'm saying? And again, it was a fight that when they're announcing the scorecard, I go, hey, man, as long as the scorecards are close, I'm okay with the decision. Now, one of them was 8-4 Devin Haney. And I think all reasonable minds, even the ones who scored it for Devin Haney, would agree that that was too wide. But, all right, that's one scorecard. So let's just say that guy had it, 11 rounds to 1. It still didn't have an influence on the scorecard, on the decision, because the other two judges still had it for Haney. So focusing on that one scorecard is doing yourself a disservice. Now, should that guy be addressed? Should that guy be, examined or removed from judging or whatever? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not here to say yes or no, but they should look into that, because I don't think that was a good scorecard. And in fact, he gave that 10th round to Devin Haney when clearly that was a Lomachenko round. So he definitely needs to explain himself why he gave that round to Devin Haney. But yeah, no, I just think there's a lot of controversy has been made over this fight unnecessarily. I don't think this is a fight that really should be discussed in like, listen, when people coming out boxing is corrupt and this and that over this fight, I feel very disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're telling me you saying boxing is corrupt and all of this, and it's based off what happened with the Rolly Barroso situation, listen, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm going to just be like, yo, look, that looked fishy. That was a terrible stoppage. And if you think something was going on there, maybe not so clean, I'm not going to necessarily disagree with you, because that was a horrible stoppage. And that's a fair thing to come in your head. Like, hey, wait a minute. Are things being done fairly? Was Barroso treated fairly in that fight? I don't think he was, personally. Now, whether there's corruption, that's another thing. But I can see how you can think that. I can't see how you think that with the Vasyl Lomachenko situation. I really can't. Again, close fights happen. Look, there's people to this day that argue who won between Hagler and Leonard. There's people that argue that. And I don't think, controversy is, I do believe one judge had a bad scorecard. But my point is, I don't think that's unrealistic. When close fights happen, you're going to have people on both sides saying, I think he won, I think he won. And no matter who the decision would have went to, there would have been people on the other side upset. Now, I do agree. I ran a poll on Twitter, and more people thought that Vasyl Lomachenko won than Devin Haney did. But I just don't think this fight should have caused such controversy to the point where, like, people are calling for investigation on these judges. I just think that people are doing a little bit too much. And I do think Devin Haney's being treated unfair. I don't think he's been able to properly enjoy his win because of people on social media probably telling him, hey, man, you got a gift decision. You're not as good as you are. This, that, and the third. It's like, no, I don't think he got a good decision. I think it was a 50-50 fight, and the fight went his way. Now, whether he got favored because he was a champion, who knows, or maybe because he's the younger guy or because he's the American. I don't know what favoritism you guys have in your head, but to me, I saw a way where a judge could give it to him. It fits in my head. Okay, I could see how somebody could give it to Devin Haney. Now, if you're telling me somebody had it 9-3, 12, 12-0, and that was all three judges' scorecards that way, then I would be like, all right. But two of the judges had it 7-5 Haney. I think that's a fair scorecard. Now, the other judge had it 8-4 Haney, which, like I said, it was a bad scorecard, but it's a score. It's one scorecard doesn't make the fight. You still have the other two scorecards to rely on, and I think those were fair. But all right, guys, that's my video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at BroadwayJoel and follow me on Twitter at _BroadwayJoel. And until next time, guys, peace.